Today I'm going to talk about the power of decision. Here we go.
This is your life, no one else has gotta live it. This is your fight that only you can win.
Hello everyone and welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. I'm Darienne, your certified spiritual rock star. And I'm talking about something that I mentioned in a video that I did a long time ago. How to instantly manifest anything you want. It was that video where I was like crazy kooky, and it's like, I think it's my second most viewed video. Lots of views on that one and lots of haters, but that's okay. I don't really care about the haters. I care about you guys. So one of the things that I mentioned in my formula on how to instantly manifest anything you want is deciding. So I want to talk about what I've learned about the power of decision and how I've learned this concept of the power of decision and how you can use the power of decision to gain the things that you want or bring your dreams into fruition. I'm drinking some of my yogi tea. You guys know, if you follow me on Facebook, you guys know that I love my yogi tea. And I drink it every morning on my Facebook Live for my ACIM lesson. So join me there if you haven't already. But on with the video. So I think the very first time that's most prominent to me that I realized what the power of decision was the time when I became pregnant at 18 years old. And I had to make the very huge decision of whether or not I was going to have a baby, keep my baby, or not. And I really had to outweigh the pros and the cons. I wouldn't even call them pros and cons. I had to outweigh, can I do this? How am I going to feel if I don't do this? Is there an option for adoption? That rhymes. There was a lot of decisions that I had to make very quickly because I had a little growing human being inside of me, and I was very young, but I remember sitting with my cousin and telling her for the first time that I was pregnant, and she was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, I can't imagine putting my daughter up for adoption and knowing that I have a child out there. I know that if I really had to do this, I would do it. I would do everything I could for my child if I was really put in that position where I had to have a child. And I don't believe in abortion. I can't kill my baby. And at that point, that was how I felt. And she was like, "Well, I think your decision's already made." And so I had to sort of like muster up the certainty, right, in order to make that decision. And ultimately, obviously, I made the decision to keep the baby, and not only keep the baby, but be the best goddamn mother that I could possibly be. And it was that power of deciding, that the essence of that certainty, that created a beautiful parenting environment for myself, a beautiful mothering experience for myself, and a beautiful daughter. I was an incredible mother at 18 years old. I had no clue what the hell I was doing. Well, at 19 was when I had her, but I had no clue what the hell I was doing. But I did it. And I think you're all wondering, what the hell does this have to do with me manifesting my dreams? But what I realized was that in experiencing that power of making that decision, there are a lot of mothers or young girls that become mothers that don't ever really sit down and make that decision. They're just kind of like, I don't know, I'm pregnant, we'll see how this goes. They're wishy-washy. And we're wishy-washy in our dreams, in our desires. We're like, okay, I really want this big thing, but I'm kind of scared. And if I do this, it means I'm going to lose these certain friends, or I'm going to have all this responsibility, or I'm going to have to give this up or do this, but I would really love to do it. And we're wishy-washy, just as any other, not all, but a lot of teen moms that become pregnant, or teens that become pregnant and are just never sit down and really go, okay, this is like real life. I need to buckle down. I need to ground myself, which is what I did. I grounded myself in the decision. I put myself in the place of, okay, how would I feel if I had this child versus how I would feel if I didn't? And to me, it was when I outweighed all of those possibilities, it was a clear decision. And I became crystal clear. And when I made that decision, I had crystal clear certainty that I was going to have a child. I was emotionally as prepared as I could have been. I had a focus. And when we are wishy-washy in our desires and we don't have a real focus, we will get wishy-washiness. So when I did my video on how to instantly manifest anything you want, I talked about how we need to decide that something is going to happen rather than believe it. So I talked about how what I said was believing is for the believers and deciding is for the knowers. There is a power when you think about believing. It's a hopefulness. But when you decide, there's a self-empowerment shift that occurs. It's you saying, I don't give a shit what happens or what is going on around me. This is going to happen. And I said that when I decided to have my child. Now, it was a hell of a lot easier to make that decision because it was such an important thing for me personally. There are a lot of girls that can't make that decision. They're not grounded in it. And no judgment, that's just, when I had my second child, I wasn't grounded in it. And I was 30 years old when I got pregnant. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But that first one, I was like, I'm going to be the best goddamn mother. I don't care that I am a teenager. I don't care that I don't have a job. I don't care that I'm ruining my life. I don't care. I don't care that the statistics are against me. I don't care that the world is against me. I don't care. I am going to have the most healthy relationship I could possibly have with this child. I am going to grow an empowered, self-empowered child. I'm not going to grow her. I'm going to help raise a self-empowered child. I was so determined. And I made that happen through my power of decision. And it's the kind of deciding you need to do where there's no turning back. There's a fork in the road, and if you go one way, the other way disappears, right? So like I said, when it was deciding my daughter, it was life or death. There's no plan B. There's no, I can give the baby back in the end. No, this was, you're having the child and your whole life is going to change or you're not. And that's how we need to approach our dreams. You want the dreams and your whole life is going to change. And you can think about what's it going to be like if I don't ever fulfill my dreams, if I don't ever take those chances, if I don't ever jump in and take that risk. And what happens is when you decide, a lot of the fears just disappear because you become so focused on that which you desire. So think about the essence of believing. You could believe that your dreams are going to come. There's a hopefulness in that. But when you decide, when you make that decision, and it takes a real knowing that you and your thoughts control your life and your experience. And when you know that, you can have that decision, make that decision. But just so you know, when I was 18 years old, I knew nothing of the law of attraction, but I knew how to be determined. I knew how to get what I wanted. I knew how to focus on something and keep my eyes on the prize. I knew how to have tunnel vision. I was a competitive dancer. I was a great student. I was always very intelligent. I knew, maybe not of the law of attraction, but I knew of the concept. I knew that when I focused on something, nothing could stop me. And so I learned through the power of decision making to really make that decision. So I encourage you to look at some of the things in your life that you've been a little bit wishy-washy about and see if you can outweigh all of those pros and cons, all of the if, ands, or buts, and make your decision, even if it is the slightest thing, like deciding that today is going to be a joyful day and saying, I don't give a shit what happens today. I am going to choose joy no matter what. And start off small. You know, I don't care what happens in the next 5 minutes. I am going to choose joy no matter what. I am going to win this, whatever game you're doing, or get an A on my test, or whatever it is. Start off small and decide that it's going to happen. So get this whole belief crap out of the way and just start deciding. Take your throne and be self-empowered. All right, guys, I love you so much. In case you did not know, for all of the holiday season until the new year, I am offering you guys my 21 days of self-love Christmas. Until the new year, from now on, new year being 2017, you can go over to DarienneEmpire.com/21 days of self-love, 21 the number. I'll put the link in the description, and you can stream my entire 21 days of self-love guided meditation package, which includes 2 bonus meditations, expanding love and expanding love and body gratitude. The one I could talk. Completely free. So that's what, 21, 22, 23 guided meditations that you can stream completely free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to be a member of anything. You don't have to subscribe to anything. It is completely free. The only thing that I ask you do, if you feel called to do, is to share your daily meditations. You don't have to do it every day, but to share your meditation practice with us on social media using the hashtag 21 days of self-love Christmas. And maybe I'll repost you, and it'll be fun. All right, guys, I hope you are enjoying your holiday season. I love you very much, and I will see you next week. Mwah.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up and share it with whoever you think it could help. Don't forget to join the inspiration conversation down below and give me an idea for my next Freedom Friday video. If you want to get these videos every single week and more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you find me on social media at Darienne Empire on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all.